There was a time when Ryan had dreams, big dreams, but dreams don't work unless you do, and Ryan wasn't doing anything. He spent his days lying on the couch, scrolling endlessly on his phone, telling himself, "I'll start tomorrow," but tomorrow never came. His assignments piled up, his goals faded, and his life slipped through his fingers like sand. He watched others move ahead, chasing their dreams and achieving success, while he remained stuck in a cycle of excuses and procrastination. Then one day something happened that changed everything. Ryan had an important job interview, one that could turn his life around. It was scheduled for 10 a.m. He set his alarm, promising himself he would wake up early to prepare. But when the alarm rang, he hit the snooze button again and again. When he finally woke up, it was 11:30 a.m. Panic hit him like a train. He had lost his chance. Sitting there, staring at the ceiling, the weight of his own failures pressed down on him. He wanted to cry, but tears wouldn't change the past. His heart raced as the realization sank in. His laziness had cost him a golden opportunity. He checked his phone, hoping for a miracle, but all he saw was a rejection email. "We regret to inform you." The words blurred before his eyes. He felt worthless, as if he had disappointed not just himself, but also his family, his past self, and the future he had once dreamed of. In that moment, staring at his missed opportunity, he realized something. Laziness wasn't just a bad habit. It was a slow death, a thief stealing his potential, 1 second at a time. That night, Ryan visited his grandfather, a man who had lived through wars, hardships, and struggles, yet never once complained. Upon seeing Ryan's defeated expression, his grandfather asked, "What's wrong?" Ryan sighed, "I don't know what's wrong with me. I want to change, but I can't. I keep wasting time. I keep messing up. I feel stuck. Like no matter what I do, I'll always go back to being lazy." His grandfather smiled gently and handed him an old, worn-out hourglass. The sand inside was trickling down grain by grain. "This is your life," he said. "Every grain of sand that falls is a moment you'll never get back. You can't flip the hourglass over. You can't add more sand. But you can control what you do with the time that remains." Ryan watched the sand fall. For the first time, he saw time for what it truly was: finite, precious, and slipping away with every second. He clenched his fists, a fire igniting in his chest. He didn't want to waste another moment. The next morning, Ryan did something different. When his alarm rang, he got up immediately. It wasn't easy. His body begged for just 5 more minutes. But he fought against it. He took a cold shower to shock himself awake and made a to-do list. Not a long one, just 3 small tasks, and he completed them. The next day he did a little more. Some days were hard and he failed at times. He would slip back into old habits, mindlessly scrolling on his phone or wasting hours watching videos. But each time he fell, he reminded himself of the hourglass. He wasn't going to let his time slip away anymore. Weeks passed, then months. The couch became a distant memory. The snooze button became a stranger. He started reading, exercising, and applying for jobs. He wasn't perfect, but he was making progress. He was living. Ryan began waking up before sunrise, feeling the crisp morning air as he jogged through the empty streets, his lungs burning but his heart soaring. He filled his days with learning, networking, and self-improvement. He even started journaling to track his progress, ensuring he never fell back into the pit of laziness that had once consumed him. 1 year later, Ryan stood outside the doors of a new job interview, this time at an even bigger company. He arrived early and was prepared. Looking at his reflection in the glass doors, he no longer saw the lazy, unmotivated person he once was. He saw a man who had fought his own demons and won. As he walked in, he smiled. This time, he wouldn't be late. Laziness isn't just about wasting time, it's about wasting life. Every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just start. Take one step, then another, and another. There will be days when you feel like giving up, days when old habits whisper in your ear. But remember the hourglass. Time doesn't wait. It moves whether you act or not. So act, move, change. Somewhere right now, there's someone just like Ryan, sitting on a couch, scrolling through their phone, telling themselves they'll start tomorrow. Maybe that person is you. Maybe you've been waiting for the right moment. But the truth is, there is no right moment. There is only now, this second, this heartbeat, this breath. The choice is yours.